Excuse me, but I believe your name is Preston Campbell, isn't it?
Yes, but I don't think we have met before. You are a member of the Legion of Mullac, aren't you?
That's right, Preston, and my name is Miss Trunchbull. I am from a 90s movie called Matilda. And I believe you formed another villainous group called the Rubber Bandits.
Yes, and we love causing chaos around the land of Vyond.
You and me both. Normally, I hate children and teenagers, but I believe I can make an exception here. Want to do something diabolical with me?
Wow. A member of the Legion of Mullac is asking me to help them cause trouble? This has to be the happiest day of my life. Sure thing, Miss Trunchbull. I would love to cause a bit of chaos. So what should we do exactly?
Let's have a think. I have an idea. Let's make a disgusting chocolate cake and feed it to someone.
Ugh, seriously? Baking? That sounds boring to me.
But the chocolate cake we will be making will be no ordinary chocolate cake. We will use blood and sweat as ingredients in addition to other disgusting body fluids. And then we will find a poor sucker to feed it to and watch them spew their guts. How does that sound?
You know what? That sounds like a dastardly idea. Because blood contains all sorts of diseases, whoever eats it will get really sick.
Exactly.
But how are we going to get the blood? It's not like we can suck all the blood out of our bodies.
No, but we can get the blood from the local butcher.
Oh yes, butchers always do blood.
Alright then, Preston my lad, we have a mission. Let's go and get the ingredients.
Oh no, a bunch of criminals. I'll give you anything you want, please, just don't hurt me.
All we wanted was a bag of animal blood.
Here, you got your animal blood. Now take it and go away.
That was so much easier than I thought.
Oh man, why do I get the feeling that I'm going to regret this?
Now that we have our blood, what's next on our agenda?
Our next task is to get some sweat.
Where are we going to get that exactly?
There's a scene in Jackass 3 where some guy gets wrapped in saran wrap and runs on the treadmill. Then they wring out the saran wrap and collect the sweat in a cup. And that's what we're going to do.
That sounds rather disgusting, but it sure is worth it. Oh God, I am so exhausted. I am sweating like a pig right now.
Excellent. Now I just need to wring out the saran wrap. Great job, Preston. We now have all the ingredients we need. I make chocolate cakes on a regular basis, and I have the rest of the ingredients back at home. Now that we have all our ingredients, let's get baking.
Normally baking is boring, but baking a disgusting cake is so much fun. Oh, and I have one more idea for an ingredient.
Good thinking, Preston, and I can put some piss and snot in it as well. Alright, let's get to work.
Wow, that cake sure looks appetizing.
Yes, but don't be fooled by its appearance. Remember, it contains blood, sweat and other disgusting body fluids. Now let's go and find some poor sucker to feed it to.
Now we just need to find someone to feed this to.
Well, we're in luck. There's a young boy over there. He looks like the perfect sucker to feed this shit to. Let's go and pay him a visit.
Hey pal, look what we have for you.
Wow, is that a chocolate cake?
Yes, we made this cake just for you to have on your very own.
This almost seems too good to be true. Chocolate cake may not be the healthiest thing in the world, but it sure is delicious.
And that's why they call it devil's food.
So what are you waiting for? Come and have a taste.
I can't say no to that. Oh my god, that tasted horrible. What the hell did you put in that cake?
Ha 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 ha. You've just been pranked. That cake contains blood, sweat, and other disgusting body fluids.
Seriously? Oh my god, that was so gross. I think I am gonna
have fun vomiting.
When I was a kid, I used to come to the park and I enjoyed playing on the swings and the slide. But my favorite part of the park is the sand pit. I used to spend hours building sand castles, and of course, I always took my shoes off and went barefoot in the sand. There's just something I love about the sand in between the toes.
It's a great alternative if you can't get to the beach for any reason.
Where I used to live, the beach was quite a far way away, so this was quite often as close to a beach that I could get.
Well, luckily, our house isn't that far from a beach, and it's summer all year round here, so we could go at any time we wanted to. Wait a second, is that someone vomiting over there?
You're right, there is someone vomiting over there. We had better go and check on them to make sure they are okay.
Are you okay, Dylan?
Good grief, that cake was the most disgusting thing I have ever tasted. I thought lumpy potatoes were bad, but this brings disgusting to a whole new level.
Where did you get that cake from?
An older woman and a younger male approached me, and told me that they had this supposedly delicious chocolate cake for me. And when I had a taste, it tasted horrible, and then they said that it was full of blood, sweat, and other disgusting body fluids. And I think that the older woman was in a movie called Matilda, and the male had an orange and green shirt.
Wait a second, I think I know who you are talking about. If I didn't know any better, I think the older woman may have been Miss Trunchbull, and the male is a boy called Preston, who leads a dangerous troublemaking group called the Rubber Bandits. Thank you for telling us this, Dylan. We will now go and deal with those criminals.
Oh my god, that was so hilarious. I love the way he spewed his guts the second he took a mouthful.
I know, right? We should do that more often. Maybe we could set up a market store with that cake and feed it to some more poor suckers. We would even make money from it and become rich.
Oh, having fun gloating at someone's misfortune, are we?
Callum Rockley and Harley Quinn? What are you two doing here?
Don't play smart with us. We heard that you fed Dylan that disgusting cake. Did you do it? Tell us the truth right now.
What are you talking about? Of course we would never do something like that. How could you make such an accusation?
You can lie all you want, but we know you did it. Dylan may be a troublemaker of his own accord, but even he knows when to own up and tell the truth.
You're both in trouble regardless, but did you do it? Tell us the truth right now before things get unpleasant. Don't make it any harder for yourselves.
Okay, fine. We did do it. We did it as a little prank. Now fuck off and mind your own business.
What the hell were you two thinking feeding Dylan that cake with all those disgusting body fluids? Don't you know that you could have killed him? That's it. Go home right now while we call your parents and guardians.
Oh yeah? Well, we're not going down without a fight.
Shall we?
Let's. Now that those criminals are dealt with, let's go and check on Dylan. It's all okay now, Dylan. We've dealt with those criminals who fed you that disgusting cake.
Maybe so, but now I have a nasty aftertaste in my mouth.
Well, lucky for you, I have a way to get rid of that aftertaste. How about we go and get you a chocolate cake from the nearby baker, one that doesn't have revolting stuff inside it. And don't worry about paying anything, I'll pay for it all. How does that sound?
Really? You'll do that for me?
Of course. I may be a troublemaker in the DC universe, but I am a nice girl here in the land of Vyond.
Thank you so much. You and the other members of the cult of the White Dragon are really amazing people.
Don't mention it, Dylan. Now let's get you a proper chocolate cake, one that's not full of gross body fluids.
Preston Campbell, words cannot even begin to describe how irate and disappointed we are with you right now. We cannot believe you sided with Miss Trunchbull to feed that boy that disgusting cake. What you did was just revolting.
Don't you know that the body fluids you put in the cake contain all sorts of diseases and bacteria? You are very lucky you didn't kill the boy, because if you had done, you would have been sent straight to prison.
I knew you were a bad troublemaker, but I never thought you would go so far as to team up with a member of the Legion of Mullac. Don't you know that they are among the most dangerous troublemakers in the land of Vyond? And yet you thought it was a good idea to try to work with them. You are just sick.
That's it. You are grounded until Red Bull is discontinued in the UK, and while you are grounded, you will be eating nothing but lumpy potatoes, maggots, and kazumarzu for every meal. Go to your room right now, you pathetic excuse of a brother.
Agatha Trunchbull, words cannot even begin to describe how furious I am with you right now. I cannot believe you made a disgusting cake and tricked someone into eating it. It was bad enough you forced a boy to eat an entire cake as a punishment just for stealing your food, and now you go ahead and try to poison someone for your own personal enjoyment. Wow, just wow.
That's it. You are grounded until Microsoft buys Take-Two Interactive, and while you are grounded, you will be eating nothing but lumpy potatoes, maggots, and kazumarzu for every meal. And you will be forced to eat what remains of that disgusting cake you fed that boy, and yes, you will be eating the entire confection. Go to your room right now, you witch.
This video is inspired by something that happened in the 90s movie Matilda. There is a scene where Miss Trunchbull forces Bruce Bogtrotter to eat an entire chocolate cake. And it didn't really contain blood and sweat, because the term blood and sweat actually means hard work. But all the same, I decided to have her actually put blood, sweat, and other disgusting body fluids in the cake for the purposes of this video. The next video will be my Red Nose Day special. For those of you who do not know what Red Nose Day is, it's a holiday we celebrate here in the UK where we raise money for those less fortunate than us. Brainiac Adam did a Red Nose Day special back in 2021, and I decided to do one myself. But my one will be inspired by Fail Army and other fail compilations we see here on YouTube. It will feature the Legion of Mullac doing stupid things and getting into sticky situations. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you all on Red Nose Day. This is Callum Rockley signing off.